Moving on now, after massive protests in Dakshina Kannada in connection with the BJP Yuva Morcha worker Praveen Nettaru's murder, Karnataka police have arrested two people in Praveen's murder case. The culprits in Praveen's murder case have been identified as Zakir and Shafique. Zakir was arrested from Savanur in Haveri district, while Shafique was taken into custody in Bellare. ADG Law and Order also confirmed the link of these accused to PFI on Times Now. Listen in.
We got evidence about their involvement. That's why we have arrested them, and we can't reveal the further this thing because investigation is still on. They have got suspected links with PFI, no? So that we have to verify. Okay, right now we are investigating all the aspects. Okay, so we have to confirm it. So we are looking into that aspect.
Well, not just the cops. In fact, accused number 2, Shafique's wife, has also confirmed that for the past 5 years, Shafique was actively working for the PFI. He had joined PFI right after his degree, and that day he had left the house at 7:30. Listen in.
PFI की member थे. डिग्री के बाद ज्वाइन हुआ.
अच्छा, डिग्री के बाद से ज्वाइन. तो 4-5 साल से थे. हाँ. PFI मेंबर थे. तो ये गवर्नमेंट पुलिस कह रही है कि PFI ने मर्डर करवाया इन लोगों का.
इस सरकार में यही चाहते हैं ना. सरकार भी बीजेपी सरकार यही चाहते कि PFI नहीं रहना चाहिए और STPI भी नहीं रहना चाहिए. यही बोल रहे हैं.
शफीक को पुलिस ने अरेस्ट किया है बीजेपी युवा लीडर के मर्डर केस पे. आपका क्या कहना है इस पे?
वो मर्डर की क्या नहीं है. वो मर्डर का टाइम में वो घर में आया था मेरा.
अच्छा, उस दिन रात 8 बजे वो आप कह रहे हैं कि घर पे था?
घर पे था. वो 6 बजे आया था, 8 बजे आता तो फंक्शन ही था उधर. फंक्शन में वो उधर घर पे था मेरा.
Meanwhile, we're also getting an update that the Chief Minister of the state along with the Home Minister are expected to meet Praveen's relatives. Let's in fact go across to Imran and Neha joining us with more details. To Imran first. Imran, we're now being told, of course, that the Chief Minister and Home Minister are going to be meeting Praveen's family members. When is that meeting exactly going to happen?
The Chief Minister has just landed along with the party president Nalin Kumar Katil and District in charge Minister Sunil Kumar. It will take them an hour and a half hours to reach the place, his family. So we're expecting close to around 6 or 6:30 they'll be here. It's been after the police announced here that 2 people have been arrested in this murder case. The Chief Minister is visiting this the family now to console the family and also probably assuage the workers there. So semblance of action has been taken by the police department here, for which yesterday we saw the huge outpouring of anger against the state BJP government by their own rank and file. And in fact, Nalin Kumar Katil and Sunil Kumar, who was accompanying the Chief Minister, had to be protected by the police there and rescued, in fact, from the place when the procession had reached their family, their house. And in fact, the president's car was even attacked. Stone was pelted at them. And this is now the police was under immense pressure, and especially the state administration running, which because of the anger they had to cancel the huge program which they had kept for to celebrate the 1 year of completion of Bombay government and 4 years of the BJP government in the state. So CM probably is going to there not just to console the family but also at large to console the rank and file among the own party workers who were angry over the fact that the murder happened and the state administration was inept in tackling these issues and stopping the killing of the Hindu workers there.
Absolutely. Let me also bring in Neha. It's a big day in terms of the investigation. Big sensational breakthroughs happening as well. 2 accused arrested. The PFI link has been confirmed not just by the cops but also accused number 2, Shafique's wife, who says that right after his degree, he joined the PFI, was working for the PFI.
Well, that's right, and we're also, now picking up information that one of the accused over here, in fact, knew Praveen from earlier, and what we're also looking at is the police investigating this angle of whether there could have been some past links as well. Was it personal enmity? Also, we've accessed, of course, our colleagues Deepak and Imran have also managed to access the FIR as well over here, and it is, of course, important to mention that all the links right now are being probed, but the family over here unsatisfied with the probe still, and they have said that there is a large larger conspiracy behind this entire murder, and that they want full justice to be given to Praveen, that none of these accused over here, the two arrested as well as, the others who are likely to be arrested, they do not want any of them to get a bail at this point in time, and they want strict and stringent action to be taken against them. We spoke to the wife of Praveen over here. She was distraught to say the least, and while she was alleging a bigger conspiracy in this entire issue, she has gone on to say that, the family, of course, would not really be satisfied until such time that all of those accused, the larger net, in fact, is, of course, exposed by the police.
Absolutely, Imran. And Neha, thank you very much for getting us the latest. We'll keep coming back to you for more updates. We also have guests joining us on the broadcast. Let's go across to them. Dr. Sameer Kagalkar, spokesperson of the BJP, will be joining us. We also have T.R. Prasad Gowda, leader of the JDS. But before we go across to our guests, let's play out this reaction from the Chief Minister. He's just landed there in Bangalore to meet the family of Praveen.
ಮುಂದೆ ಅದು ತನಿಖೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಂದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ತನಿಖೆ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ. ತನಿಖೆಯ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಿರಂಗ ಮಾಡೋದು ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ತನಿಖೆ ಆಗಲಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಕೂಡ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಆಚೆ, ಯಾವ ಸಂಘಟನೆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಯಾವ ಸಂಘಟನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಆ ಪರಿವಾರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಮಾತನಾಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪರಿಹಾರ ನಿರ್ಧಾರವನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದು ಮುಂದೆ ಅದು ತನಿಖೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಂದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ.
All right, let's go across to our guests. T.R. Prasad Gowda. Now, the cops and also the family members of accused number 2 Shafique have confirmed that there indeed is a PFI link. Okay, I believe we have Dr. Sameer Kagalkar through with us on the broadcast. So when is the action going to be taken in terms of a ban on PFI? Because earlier reports came in that your government, that the state is in consultation with the centre, in talks with centre to initiate such a measure?
Undoubtedly, yes. As far as any of these kinds of heinous activities are concerned, the state government has zero tolerance. We are very clear about it, unambiguous about it. Be it at the center, be it at the state or different states where the BJP is in power, we have unequivocally shown that we have zero tolerance for these kinds of activities. Any number of steps that is required, right from going after the accused, ensuring that the culprits are put behind bars, given the due process of law-driven punishment, or if there need be, banning the organization itself. Each one is once again driven by the process of law, and we as a very, very law-abiding party and the government ensure that we'll speed in the process, but we will also ensure that we shall be on the right side of law when the process is being followed, so that there is no loopholes or gap at a later point in time.
Right. Now, if organizations like PFI are being branded as radical outfits by the BJP, and if the state of Karnataka already is in talks with the centre, then why isn't the centre playing a more, proactive role? Because it's not just Karnataka. The role of PFI when it comes to other criminal cases have come to fore in several other states. They are under the scanner. The NI has also, spoken about their role when it comes to national security.
Undoubtedly, yes. That's exactly the reason why a long-term vision needs to be taken, taking into account all the available variables, making sure that there's no loophole, there is no gap, and things doesn't slip between the cup and the lip, right? It is a pan-India situation, a situation that is driven by a larger, grand design outside of the shores of the country. So let us have no element of doubt in this. This is not something which is just about a small localized event or one particular state or probably in a couple of states kind of event, but this is something that's been driven, engaged and designed by the forces outside of India in a very, very methodical way. And therefore, the counter to that has to be equally methodical, strong in law, and so effective that it doesn't raise its head yet again for the second time ever. The government of India under Narendra Modi ji and Amit Shah ji are completely seized of the matter, making sure that each and every step is taken, and at the most appropriate and earliest time, we can see that the ban on these organizations, the radical elements, shall be implemented at the earliest.
Okay, you're saying it might happen soon. Now, the Congress party in the state, the opposition in the state has alleged that all of this is just a election gimmick. Since the elections are around the corner, the Chief Minister has announced the formation of ATS.
It can be really, really horrible on the part of the Congress party to be making a mockery of these kinds of tragic situations. The least that they need to have is a sense of decency, not to politicize a very, very brutal and a tragic murder of this magnitude. The government of Karnataka, as well as the government of India, is very clear that we are against any radical element. As simple as that. If anything, it's the Congress party, right from day one, be it at the center or at the state, who have very, very clearly joined hands with these kind of radical elements. One strong example is good enough. Rahul Gandhi, after sensing that he's going to lose Amethi, ran all the way from Amethi to Wayanad in Kerala. Why not any other place in India? Why not any other place in Uttar Pradesh? There are enough and more minority-dominated districts in Uttar Pradesh. But he came all the way to Kerala in Wayanad. Why is it? You get to see that there is a very strong link between the PFI and the SDPI, and that's where Rahul Gandhi comes here, and his Congress followers in Karnataka or across the country follow suit. For them, nothing matters but for the fact that they have to come into power by hook or crook, even if that means tukde gang ke saath jodna hai.
Right. So, you have alleged that the Congress party, in fact, practices or indulges in appeasement. We've been speaking to a lot of Congress leaders throughout the day, ever since the PFI link came to the fore. And as of now, they've all given a standard response that whoever is guilty, whoever is found to be guilty and is a culprit should be punished, whether it's PFI or any other organization. It's the government, it's the BJP which is in power, which has to take an action against such organizations. Why blame the Congress party?
Absolutely is. It's our government which is in power, and we will ensure that every strong step that needs to be taken shall be taken. But just to jog the memory of the Congress leaders here in Karnataka, it was Siddaramaiah government who withdrew hundreds and thousands of cases against the PFI and SDPI accused. Why? I mean, you are the people who join hands with them. It's not just appeasement. It is way, way, way dirtier beyond appeasement. You are going and joining hands, not with some community, which is perfectly fine. They're still Indians, with a radical jihadi mindset people. And for what? For the sake of power. So the kind of a mentality that the Congress comes from, and now tries to sort of say that it's the BJP government that has to do, is as hilarious as it can get. But yes, reiterating the fact, the BJP government in Karnataka will ensure each and every strong step is taken, and we shall do it. We have done it earlier, we are doing it now at the center and other states, and there shall be nail let down in Karnataka as well.
All right, we'll speak about it again. You're saying that the BJP will take effective action, whether at the state level or the center. Thank you very much, Dr. Kagalkar, for joining us on the broadcast, for giving us your time. We'll have a quick break.